So for Shedeur Sanders, I'm gonna just tell you, if he come in here and guys is magically open, he must listen. He literally is legendary then, because I'm looking at his offense, looking at the limitations with the offense, the staff.
Browns rookie quarterback Dillon Gabriel unable to finish the job as Vikings win 21-17 on the last play of the game, last drive.
If he's got really good vision, and if he sees that a defender has jumped the route or something like that, he can put the right kind of touch and lift it right over a defender into the hands of the receiver in the end zone. I've seen him do it. And I think that is one of the things that he does really well.
Dillon Gabriel fumbled once again, and this time it's all on Kevin Stefanski. The offense has been blown up, and it feels like there's no one left to take control of this sinking ship, except for Shedeur Sanders. Reports have been circulating that the entire management of the Cleveland Browns is not happy with Stefanski and GM Andrew Berry. There's serious tension in the front office, and it's starting to look like they might pull the trigger on firing Stefanski if things don't turn around fast. But according to Mary Kay Cabot, there's one person who could save Stefanski from that fate: Shedeur Sanders. Could Sanders be the spark the Browns need? Could he be the game changer who turns this franchise around and in the process saves Kevin Stefanski's job? Let's dive into the situation and break down what's really at stake here for the Browns.
In the pocket, Gabriel in trouble, flags down, and Gabriel gets dumped.
Dillon Gabriel came into this matchup with plenty of hype and energy after the trade of Flacco. But as the game went on, things started to unravel. His accuracy began to dip, and his throws were drifting off target more than expected. Sure, he managed to toss 2 touchdowns in the first half, but when it came time to close things out, he just couldn't deliver. The issues with his size and field positioning became more noticeable as the pressure built, and that ultimately made it tough for him to guide the Browns to the finish line. Gabriel's struggles only grew as the game went on. His fumbles started to become a real concern, and he repeatedly gave away crucial possessions. The Steelers' towering defense made things even tougher, collapsing the pocket and leaving him rattled. Under heavy pressure, Gabriel just couldn't find his rhythm, and most of his passes failed to make it through when it mattered most. Just when things seemed to hit rock bottom, Mary Kay Cabot took to social media with a bold claim, declaring Shedeur Sanders as the best passer in the game right now. She even went as far as to say that if the Browns gave him a chance to play, he would truly shine. Cabot highlighted Sanders' throwing accuracy, comparing it to Josh Allen's, but what truly sets him apart is his raw talent, which makes him even more formidable on the field. Her comments only fuel the growing belief that Sanders could be the key to reviving the Browns' struggling offense. Mary Kay Cabot further fueled the growing criticism by pointing out how far the Browns have drifted from their initial goals. At the start of the season, the franchise laid out 3 key priorities: build a dominant defense, develop their young quarterbacks, and create an offense that could finally click. However, as Cabot pointed out, only the defense has lived up to expectations, while the offense remains inconsistent and unpredictable. She warned that if this imbalance persists, ownership might have no choice but to intervene, leading to major changes at the top. This could result in a complete overhaul of leadership, with a new group tasked with resetting the team's direction and rebuilding from the ground up. It's not just Mary Kay Cabot speaking out. Several analysts are now adding their voices to the conversation, expressing concerns over Dillon Gabriel's poise in critical moments of the game. Ryan, for instance, argued that Shedeur Sanders could have had a major impact in those key situations. He also criticized Coach Stefanski's decision to keep Joe Flacco as the backup, calling it a missed opportunity to have 2 promising young quarterbacks available. In Ryan's view, if Sanders had been ready to step in when Gabriel began to falter, the game's outcome could have turned out much differently.
Because it shouldn't happen that way. Joe Flacco, can't get it done anymore. So bring Shedeur Sanders up with the young kid, the lefty.
Analyst Ken Carman is now raising serious concerns about Kevin Stefanski's decisions, particularly his heading to bring Shedeur Sanders into the game sooner. Carman argued that Stefanski missed a crucial opportunity to inject life and energy into an offense that has been stagnant from the start. He emphasized that while Sanders could have sparked some excitement and momentum for the Browns, Stefanski stuck with a system that clearly isn't working. According to Carman, The real issue lies with the scheme itself, which lacks the adaptability and creativity needed to succeed in today's NFL. Even with promising young talents like Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel, the offense will continue to struggle unless the foundational system is overhauled. Carmen's message was clear. Not only did Stefanski mishandle the timing of Sanders' inclusion, but unless he makes significant changes to the offense, the Browns will keep spinning their wheels. And with the pressure mounting, the only way Stefanski and GM Andrew Berry can save their jobs is by turning to Shedeur Sanders. His inclusion might be their last chance to avoid being fired.
50-0, and that's the way it felt. Offensively, it's just terrible, and they're wasting everything defensively. And what will happen here, because I don't know if they're going to get it fixed. I don't think they're going to get anything fixed offensively. You could put in Dillon Gabriel, or you could put in Shedeur for a different pace, flavor, seasoning.
Browns insider Ken Carman painted a bleak picture, describing this as one of the toughest stretches the franchise has faced in years. He pointed to the 6 consecutive losses that ended last season, now compounded by another 5 losses to start the current campaign, an 11-game losing streak that has tested the patience of even the most devoted fans. Anthony Lima added that, although it's still early in the season, the warning signs are impossible to ignore. If the Browns don't find a spark soon, a major midseason shakeup could be unavoidable, with both Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry potentially being let go as the team looks to reset and find a new direction.
Just somebody, I don't know how long it's been since they've scored 20 points in a football game. They've lost now 8 in a row. Going back to last year, so they lost their last 6 in a row. And they've now lost 8 in a row.
The situation in Cleveland is reaching a boiling point, and the pressure is mounting for both Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry. The Browns have entered one of their worst stretches in franchise history, with the offense struggling to find any consistency, and the defense being the only part of the team holding up its end of the bargain. Dillon Gabriel's continued struggles and Stefanski's inability to make the necessary changes have left many questioning the future of this regime. Mary Kay Cabot's praise of Shedeur Sanders as a game-changing quarterback only adds fuel to the fire. Many believe that Sanders could be the spark the Browns need to revive their offense and, in turn, save Stefanski and Berry from facing the fallout of an impending firing. Analysts like Ken Carman and Ryan have pointed out the glaring mistakes, from Stefanski's reluctance to make adjustments to the lack of creativity in the offensive scheme. If the Browns don't act quickly, the franchise may be forced into a major shakeup. The organization's direction could be reset with new leadership, and Stefanski's job could hang in the balance. The inclusion of Shedeur Sanders might be the final hope for the Browns to salvage this season and avoid a total collapse. Time is running out, and the clock is ticking. So what do you think, Browns fans? Is Shedeur Sanders the answer to Cleveland's offensive woes, or is it too late for any quarterback to turn things around under Kevin Stefanski's current system? Do you believe the front office will make a move, or will they continue to ride out this losing streak? Should Stefanski and Andrew Berry be given more time, or is it time for a full reset with new leadership? And if a shakeup is coming, could Sanders really be the key to saving their jobs, or is this all just wishful thinking? Let us know your thoughts. Are you hopeful for a turnaround, or do you think the Browns are heading toward another lost season?